Hello children. So now today we are going to start with the new chapter, Basics of Python Programming. Now you all know how to start with Python and how to display any values in Python using print command. But with one print command you cannot complete doing all the codes and instructions, isn't it? So we need to know how to input the data, how to process the data. So we are slowly stepping on to that. For that, the first thing is you need to open Python, isn't it? So as I told earlier, if you want you can take from your start button, but this time I have created a shortcut. That means I have created a shortcut here. See, you can see over here. I'm double clicking on that and I'm opening it. Otherwise also you can just take it from our start, isn't it? So now it's here. And this mode, as you all know, it's called our interactive mode. Let's just type one small command over here. We will see what exactly is it. Then we will talk about it. If I write here x equal to 8 and you press enter key over there, you can see x equal to 8. X right now is considered as a variable name which assigns the value 8. Now what is 8? In Python, whatever you type on the right side after an assignment, after an equal sign, is considered as a value, a data value. Now 8 as you all know is a number. It's not given in quotes, so definitely it's not a string. Remember, we talked about all these things. But x is not any alphabet. X is considered as a variable. Now variable is something which stores a value. For the time being, after this, if I write print x, you can see there x is not given in quotes and x is normally considered as a alphabet, but right now x, like in your maths, it became a variable, and when I am printing the value x, it's printing the value stored in x. So what is a variable? That's the definition. Variable is a name given to identify a data value in the memory. Once again, variable is a name given to identify a data value in the memory. So now print x will display 8 because x is right now indicating or storing 8 in the memory. But as soon as this is over, if I type x equal to, 1 minute, x equal to, say for example, and then print it. Now you know what will happen. That means a variable need not always store the same value throughout the program. Even if I write this same code in my script mode, then also it will work. Or in the sense, each time when you print x, the new value will be displayed. So that means this is not possible in, say, example C++, because once you assign a value to a variable in C++ or in Java, then that variable is cannot be assigned to another value throughout that program. But here it is possible. One small flexibility given by Python. Okay. So let's start doing one program over here. I think I did something yesterday and kept it here. So without wasting time, we can just start off. See, what you can see is here is some assignments. It's number, okay? Because we can do some mathematical calculation. We already did all the mathematical operations. So this is easy for you to understand. Something else I want to show you. So x equal to 3, y equal to 4, z equal to 9 is assigned. So all these are variable name. I can give variable name in any manner. We will see that one by one. Now, if I write here x equal to x plus y, okay, and then if I print x, you all know what is the value, correct? After that, if I print, yes, 1 minute, we'll just take because I have some other obstacles over here. And then I'm going to see, yeah, here I'm supposed to give y. Now what is happening is, if even though I said you all know what is the value, you should tell me what is the value you think in your mind. Now here there is an operation taking place, correct? It is x plus y, and the assignment is going back to x itself. So when you do an operation, remember this is like you have a assignment, that is some values assigned, and you have an operation. Operation will take place first, or the right side operation or the right side processing will take place first. So the value in x is 3 and the value in y is 4, and 4 plus 3 is been added and the value stored back to x. So x is replaced from 3 to the sum of 4 plus 3. Okay. Similarly here y is 4, x value is no more 3, x value is already changed, isn't it? Now y plus, that is the existing value of y is still 4, not changed. That y is added with the new value of x. Understood? What is the new value of x? Sum of 4 and 3. Now that is printed as y here. Again the next one is z. Z is existing value is 9. 9 is added with your new value of y. Y is no more 5 because it's got changed now. That is being printed here. Let me not talk about what I have done, or I just delete that. That's easy because I don't want that to be discussed now. What is the matter over here? It's given x is not defined. Can you just tell me what happened? It's an error. Why the error came? Because you can see the first rule of variable. I have given my x, y and z, whether you notice or not, x, y and z in capital letter. And here I have written x and even y and z in small letter. Since Python is an interpreted language, it first identified the first error itself and it just showed that error. You can see that. No other error has been found for the time being, but if you correct this and then run, you can see the next error coming. So I am going to correct it. I am going to give the correct x. So that means the last video we told about the case sensitivity. So in a variable, if you are giving a variable as capital or in small letter, it's identified. That is the first rule. You just saw that x can be identified in small or in y. It will be considered as a variable by Python. No mistake in that. But after that, if you change the case sensitivity, that is if you used a capital uppercase and then you are trying to again reuse with a small letter, that is different. Two are different. That is where the error came. So I just corrected now x. It's a syntax error. That is you are making a grammatical mistake. So many grammatical mistakes are there. We'll see the grammatical mistakes properly afterwards. Right now you understand that. Okay. So now I'm again running. I'm pressing F5. See, the next error came again saying name y is not defined. So what am I supposed to do? This is why we say we need to understand the rules and regulations of a program. And we talk in English. If you make a grammatical mistake, you need to correct the mistake, isn't it? Otherwise, keeping on doing the same mistake won't work. So that is very important. So here also I am changing. If I am again running, Z being small letter, again that error will come. You can see that. But I am correcting both. Then you can see now the full answer. Before I run this, I just wanted to show you. You can see that. See, when I corrected my x, the value of xk, when I corrected my x and y properly to capital, the value of x and y came. Still, Z was having a problem. Now, when I'm correcting, sorry, I didn't correct. No, my mistake. I should have given here Z. Everything came properly. Understood? No. Now, like this will just scroll on. There is no specific, command to clear this. Okay. So if you wanted to just start from the beginning, you have to just close it. Close here. Interactive mode. This will be there. Again, press F5. So it will start fresh. So that is one way of putting it for the time being. Yeah. By the way, somebody was asking last, in the last meet how to change the color. That has been shown here. See, configure IDLE. You can click on that, and you have here this options to change the highlighting things and all. You can change the font and color and all those things. Then highlights. See, normal text, background, Everything can be changed depending upon, click on this and then you can choose the color over there and you can change the color depending upon your wish. But if you don't want it to change, you just wait, okay? Or else when the meat comes, I can show you. You can just click on here and choose it. I have shown that in the first video or second video, I think. Okay, so I'm just closing this. Okay, let's continue. So we've just finished understanding that assignment is possible in Python using different variables, or the same variables can be reassigned with the values. So the first example is showing about variables and simple mathematical calculations. Okay, now let's take a new file. Okay, now in that new file we are going to just write x equal to for example 9, okay, y equal to, or I'll change the style. Okay, I'm going to give here name equal to, okay, Priya, and then I'm saying mark equal to, say, 99. Sorry, 99. I'll change that because I want to show you something else. 56 point, this one, and then I can write here, yeah, this much is for the time being enough, and then I'm going to print. Okay, print x equal to, you know that what will happen if I write x equal to and then you put comma and then you put x, what will happen? X equal to will come in double quotes as such. Now let me just run. Before I run, I am pressing F5. Of course, then it will show. So I have to give 11. The number of trial I am having is now T6, and then I am pressing, and I am having x equal to 9. So I can just print that this way also. That means I can put or display my value with the variable name itself by putting that variable in double quotes, by putting a comma. See? Now this is not what I was not going to show you this because we already know how to print this. So I can just guess that if you think about how to display your name, next will be like this one, isn't it? Print bracket. Now here if you give that name in small letter also no issue, because this is not your variable name, this is what you are going to display. But the next should be definitely in capital because I have given name as capital. See? Now what else I was going to show you was, now imagine I am giving here, okay, type of x. Okay, now I'm supposed to give, okay, you understood what I am trying to show you. I hope if some of you might have guessed, others should understand that I was trying to tell you that Python identifies the type. Type means what is the data type. We told Python identifies integers, then in double quotes strings differently. So the type of x, or the value of x, or value inside x, is an integer. Class int is because Python identifies everything like an object, like separate thing. So it's under the class or under the category int. So similarly, if I type what happens, you should know. Now you already might have guessed, it will show string short form str, class type, this category type string. String short form is str. Okay, now what if I'm giving here the value itself? Okay, let's go for the next one. That time we'll give the values. Instead of the variable, I'm going to give print type of, any value you can give, but now I'm giving that value which I gave inside. So I'm not using my variable name. I'm giving 56.7787. Correct? This is what I gave. I'm closing two brackets. I hope you notice, because type is another function. Inside print we are using type. So we are going to discuss about type as soon as we finish this. See, float. You remember in decimal we told it float. There are more in this category. We have to complete this process. So we just stop with this. So you just learned that there is a new function called as type, which will help to identify the data type or the kind of value stored in a variable, or the kind of value which you are going to print. So if you specify that, the categories will come. So this is the output question for you. So int STR is a short form of string, and float, of course, it's another name for your decimal. It's a type of category. Then there is one more, which it's good that you just learn now itself. Okay, type, I should be typing it properly, otherwise error will come. And inside, no double quotes, okay, I'm putting true. You can see as soon as I put true with capital, it is giving a different color. There's a reason, because that is also a specific data type. Boolean. Boolean is a new data type which will give you either true or false. In Python, your true T is identified as yes, capital, and false is identified with your capital T and capital F. Otherwise, it is just understood as your normal values. You can just see if I change this and then try the same thing. True is not defined. So how will you get true values? So I have to first correct it properly, and then we will just show you how to get the true value. So let it be there. One print will help you to, let it be one more print, so that I just wanted to show you something. Okay, imagine I am giving here, you all know what is the value of this. 5 greater than 6 is a true or a false, which you might have seen in your smaller classes. Second standard you might have learned, or first standard, isn't it? The crocodile symbol. Yes. So what is the value you are going to get? 5 greater than 6. 5 is not greater than 6, isn't it? So you will get a value as false. You understood? So that is your Boolean value. So that will come when you use comparisons, which we will learn one by one. So now this video introduces to you the command called as type, which will give you the data types of identification in Python, which is int, string, float, and boolean. Then we also got introduced to variables, where we are using variable to store the value in Python. Soon we will see the rules and regulations, or the conventional different variable names which you can use. You already saw certain variable names which is called X, name, and mark, where you understood that you have to identify your capital and your small letter differently. So let me conclude. Thank you.